Hi, I'm Donnie. Welcome to this edition of Seeds of Intuition. Today I'm going to harvest these dried seeds that I actually dried about 2 months ago. I'm really excited. Also, we're going to harvest some of these seeds from the garden and start from the beginning. Today we're going to explore Queen Anne's lace carrots. These are absolutely amazing. They're dark purple. They have a huge amount of anthocyanin in them. Very healthy, can cure many different illnesses, and I absolutely love them. They have more of kind of a bitter taste, but it's just so lovely, and there's so many dishes you can make to give them a very purple look, because I would say they're even darker than beets. So Queen Anne's lace can transform your kitchen and cuisine. This is Queen Anne's lace carrots, and they are dark purple. Kind of like my shirt. No, they're more dark purple. They're almost like a black. What I did was I grew these actually from my last year's crop of carrots, because I absolutely love cosmic carrots and the Queen Anne's lace, which is the dark purple. And I just plucked them all, and I have a huge crop right here. And then, whoops. Uh-oh. And I put those in my garage in a very dry place and left them there for about 6 weeks. But it is summer and it's pretty hot right now, so the garage does stay hot. But you can tell how green they are. They're not brown and dried out. They're actually green still with vibrance, and that tells you that they're dried right. And I didn't use any fancy, things to dry them out. I just put them in my garage in a dark, dry place. And now I'm going to show you some of the leftover in the garden that I'm going to pluck as well. But I have thousands of seeds now, thousands. And if you would like any seeds, I'd be happy to send you some. I really do have that many seeds. I can send you like a little packet. Just you can message me, or message me on YouTube or whatever platform I put this on. Anyways, but yeah, these seeds are absolutely amazing. And here is the beautiful Queen Anne's lace. It has a little bit of sour gherkin wrapped up in it, which is funny. I have a lot of sour gherkin this year. I need to water them actually. Yeah, this is I'm gonna harvest this. Actually. Look at that carrot. Okay, we've got quite a few here. Some of these have actually gotten a little too dry because I've just not been here a lot, but this one does have some green ones, so we'll put these in the garage in that dry area. This looks different than Queen Anne's lace. This actually might be different. Now, I think these ones are different from the ones I have over on the other side of the yard. This has got that's a dark purple one, so that's a Queen Anne's lace for sure right there. I mean, I do plant all different kinds of carrots. Sour gherkin. Well, here's one I need to take. Yeah, this one's Queen Anne's lace also, because it's got the very dark purple. So I have to be careful of that. I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes. And I still have, oh my God. Look at that. Oh, there's a bunch in here. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, that one's half eaten. Give that to the chickies. Oh my God. Look at that. What a weird carrot. Look at that. It's so bizarre. Oh well. That's already done. Okay. I gotta pull up. Oh my gosh, that's for sure Queen Anne's lace. Look at that. Oh wow. What the heck? These carrots are so bizarre. I guess we're just gonna pull that out. Look how gorgeous those flowers are though. Oops, a little sour gherkin on there. This is not Queen Anne's lace. This is like a kind of a regular carrot. I've got Queen Anne's lace seeds all over me. And they actually have little stickers in them, so they kind of hurt. I have a feeling there's quite a few more weirdos in here. Oh no, that one's, well, yeah, that one's messed up. So that's gonna go to the chickies. Oh, that's a nice one. I can feel that that one's messed up. Oh, these are nice carrots. I may just leave those there. Got some ground cherries here that it got really eaten up. Okay, so that's it for the ones I still needed. So earlier we picked some of the carrot seeds that I have in the garden, and these are some of the seeds that I put in my garage like about 6 weeks ago. And I do most of my gardening intuitively. That's why I called it the intuitive garden, because I'm just a very intuitive person. I didn't read up on this. I didn't, I probably should read a little more up on it. But I do watch a lot of YouTube videos myself, and I do actually have read a lot of books about gardening. But I think when it comes down to it, most everything that I plant or garden with or anything I do is from my heart. It's from an intuitive space. I really didn't read anything about carrots. I knew they needed to be dried out. We do have one of those dryers, but I think it's more for fruit. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never used it. But this worked out perfect, and I've also dried out like bay leaves and chamomile and stuff like that. That's kind of a more of a dry type of thing. So I just intuitively knew that if I took these branches and just put them in my garage, you can hang them upside down. I mean, I think that is to get all the nutrients to be at the bottom. Again, I probably need to read up on that. But so I just laid them flat with lots of air around them. I made it so they were like up in the air, not up this way, but more, just more flat, but with air all around them. So I just propped it on something. Anyways, it worked fabulously, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm gonna make a million seeds right now. That's what we're doing for this project. So this is our second part of the project that we worked on earlier, where we pulled the rest of the carrot, Queen Anne's lace. I'll have to look that up. They are the dark purple kind. So let's go check it out. in there. Good to go. Okay, so now that we have picked our flowers, dried our seeds, we're ready to put those seeds into our little seed bags. And a paper bag is the best because it keeps them dry and allows for no moisture to get in there, and we don't want any mold. Then you want to store them in a basically dry area, maybe a cool dry area. I mean, I put them in my greenhouse, which gets really hot in there, and they're still great. And my seeds are granddaughters from my seeds last year. And or actually from the year before that, I planted the Queen's Anne's lace. Those are the dark purple carrots. And now then I had them last year, and now last year's crop is this year's seeds, and now we're making a crop for next year. But I have thousands of seeds, so I'm going to be happy to share them with people. If anybody would like some seeds, I'd be happy to send them to you. I've got these little seed packets. I also have these little seed vials. They're kind of cool. I got them on Temu, which I know some people hate Temu, and I totally understand it. But when you're on a budget and you'd like to get things for your garden, it works out. So I don't buy everything from there, but I do get a lot of my garden stuff from there, especially stuff like this that I don't even know where I would get that in the US. Anyways, there's a lot. I fear that I could be doing this all day, and I don't have time. I start work tomorrow, so I don't really have time to, probably not going to get this all done today. And I just take out the little branches, and then I'm going to put those actually over here because I don't want them to keep getting in there. But yeah, so I mean, it's just so much. These are all Queen's Anne lace carrots. It's so much. That's my cat Percival. He's not crazy about being on the leash, but I'm not crazy about him jumping over the fence. So this is called a compromise. He can be outside and stare at those horrifying Japanese beetles, which I'm not a big fan of. Oh, and they're everywhere. My chickens love them though. And they've been coming up through the bottom of the chicken bin, so they keep getting free food from the grubs that grew underneath the chicken or the run. And it's pretty funny. Anyways, so things about this that are really unique about the Queen's Anne lace carrots. Queen's Anne lace carrots are a deep, almost black, sorry, there is a Japanese beetle about to fly right into my face. Anyways, they have a deep black texture, and they're extremely healthy. They have anthocyanin, which cures all different kinds of diseases. They have a lot of other nutrients, vitamin A, of course, and that's excellent for your eyesight. I believe that Queen's Anne lace carrots are maybe even better than beets because they have more anthocyanin. So I would say that compared to foods like blueberries that are a superfood, Queen's Anne lace carrots are like a mega superfood. So, and also the seeds are medicinal. So with this many seeds, you could put this is just growing a crop of carrots and letting them go to seed. And I had probably 200 carrots this year. So I had a lot. I had too many. That's why I guess they're biannual when they seed. That's not my experience, but it might be something to do with overcrowding or having not very good soil, which I've been kind of dealing with for a while. My soil's not that great. So I've got to figure that out. So Yeah, the seeds are medicinal. They're very good at cleansing your kidneys and helping with digestion and things like that. But you can also use them for cooking, like a light sprinkle on your salad or on your meat before you cook it. It adds kind of an earthy, almost kind of fennel-y, not really fennel-y. It's a very, very slight fennel smell. It has just, it's like a different fennel. Like if you wanted to make something really unique. Oh, what was that? I don't mind bees. It's those Japanese beetles I don't like. Yeah, they're just this slight fennel flavor with that celery-ish carrot flavor. Okay. These are antioxidant rich, anti-inflammatory, support for digestive health, and used historically to support hormonal balance. Oh my God, I need that. And they're believed to help kidney function and liver detox. Sign me up, I'm in. Okay, I'm gonna start adding these to my my smoothies. And most of what I do, I've said it over and over, but I'm an intuitive gardener, so I would say that a lot of what I do is by intuition, and so sometimes I don't know all the ins and outs of what I'm doing. So I do try to research and do the best I can, but I'm saving you from having to do that by teaching you all of my research and my intuition. Okay, so I'm almost done here. It does have lots of bits in it, that's for sure. I don't think the bits really matter though. I mean, if you get some of these twigs in there, I don't think it really matters. Maybe it's not as pretty, but it will grow just as good. So, let's fill, oh no, that one's full. So I'll fill a couple of these. And that's like 100 seeds in each packet, for real. That's crazy, because when I buy them, when I buy carrot seeds or any seeds, I mean, I have thousands of seeds because I'm a seed hoe. But if you can make your own seeds, you're above the curve and you don't have to spend money on them because they can be expensive, especially organic seeds that are unique like these. These are, you know, Queen Anne's lace. I don't know, I don't see them everywhere, but I do know that they are extremely, extremely healthy. Okay, so the medical term for, is it medical? Scientific term for the Queen Anne's lace is Daucus carota. Interesting. This plant is ancient, potent, and sometimes misunderstood. But when respected, used knowledgeably, it offers powerful benefits, especially for women's health, digestion, and detoxification. Woohoo! Really interesting also. So the Queen's Anne lace flowers look like water hemlock or poison hemlock. They're extremely different. One is poisonous and carrots are not poisonous, of course. They're known as the bird's nest plant or bishop's lace. Love that the Queen's Anne lace is rich in antioxidants, which actually help to reduce aging and helps eye health. Those are just amazing things that everybody takes for granted, but these are just things you eat. It's not medicine. It's not something the doctor prescribed. This is from your garden. This is from your soul. This is what nourishes your soul. This is what brings you closer to the earth and to the sun and to the sea and to the air. These are all things that are connected, and the Queen's Anne lace is one of those things that is just incredibly powerfully healthy for you, and why I am so obsessed with health, because it makes you better. It cures illness, it cures sickness, it cures your body. It cures those little cells, those zombie cells. It goes in and wipes those out and creates new blood cells. These are all amazing things. Tan lace may reduce cellular damage and aging. That's amazing. Tan lace may reduce cellular damage linked to aging and chronic disease. That's amazing. These are things that you can find in your garden or in your kitchen, or you can even order them. I'll send some seeds to you. Put them in a little pot. It doesn't take much. You can have, if you just have, even indoors, you could do it next to the window. You can just put a little pot there. These are just amazing things. Anybody can do them. There's those things called green stock. Even if you have a little patio, you can put a green stock out there, and you can have, like, I think 20 different kinds of plants, and you definitely should have Queen's Anne lace for sure. Oh my gosh. It also helps support urinary health by helping flush out excess water, salts, and toxins. That's amazing too. Traditionally used for bladder and kidney function support. Its fiber content also promotes gut mobility and bowel regularity. Oh my gosh. This is just amazing. And lace seeds health benefits. We already went over those, but man, this is just a really dynamic plant. This next issue is actually very personal for me, because as a young lady, I had very irregular menstrual cycles. It was very frustrating, and I had no idea what to do. We didn't have as much information back then, and but these carrots, they also help with to stimulate menstruation and regulate irregular cycles, which my cycles were every 3 months, and it caused a lot of other problems in my body. I believe I did have more hormonal issues than most of my friends. So this is actually monumental. If this helps women to regulate their menstrual cycle, that's amazing. These are things we need to really start looking at more. There's so much industrialization in the world, so many pesticides that are causing cancer and disease, so many issues with personality disorders, autism, and some of these things can be cured by carrots in your garden. I mean, okay, so maybe not cured, but also relieved, helped, maybe reducing it. I didn't know this about the seeds. I'm absolutely amazed. But important to note, not safe to eat the seeds during pregnancy, because it can stimulate uterine contraction. So definitely don't use the seeds during pregnancy. It is a medicinal plant, whereas the carrot is an edible plant that has beneficial health characteristics. And this might be, a lot of women suffer from having hormonal issues that cause bloating and swelling, and areas that you're like, what? Why am I experiencing this bloated tummy when I exercise and I eat healthy? And it's not anything to do with those things. It has everything to do with your hormonal imbalance. So you have to fix that before you're going to see results of not having a swollen tummy, or, you know, swollen face or arms. I don't know, all different kinds of things that people experience. So this helps support progesterone balance in women, may ease PMS symptoms, cramps, and menopausal transition. Often used in herbal protocols for supporting delayed mens or lack of period. We love the word antimicrobial, don't we? I used to say it like every day on the airplane. Antimicrobial and antifungal. That's amazing too. Okay, so there are other really great things. Antimicrobial, antifungal, contains natural compounds like flavonoids and essential oils. This is all from the seeds of the carrot. This is the Queen's Anne lace seeds. I'm not talking about any other carrots, just the Queen's Anne lace. The essential oils combats bacteria and yeast, may support candida balance and urinary tract infections. This is also very personal for me. When I was a young lady, very early on, before I was ever intimate or, you know, having sex with other, I didn't have it that young, so, but I had a very big problem with bladder infections. I don't know why, it's just that some people have it. It was chronic and was absolutely so painful. You're not allowed to be in my video. No, no, no. Bees like to get in my videos. This is just absolutely amazing. May support candida balance and urinary tract infections. I just can't express enough how amazing that is. Detoxification of the liver. Oh my lord, that's amazing too for people that have problems with drinking or other things that cause liver issues. Oh my gosh. So since I became a flight attendant, I've had a problem with kidney stones. They are extremely painful. Close to labor, having a child. And this is used in cases of urinary gravel, kidney stones, and sluggish liver function. Whoa. This is absolutely stunning. See, I do garden almost 99% with my intuition and having learned some things, but I really listen to my plants, and I think that's a whole nother subject. But we are talking about these different types of things that are feeding our soul, feeding our body. Anyways, there's more. The Queen's Anne lace also help digestive fire. It's in the tea. You can make tea. Oh my god, you can make tea out of the seeds. Of course you can. Helps with gas and bloating. Used in folklore medicine to gently stimulate libido and increase energy, particularly in women during hormonal dips. Oh my god, I need to make more of this. Antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. Oh my gosh. And everybody is inflamed because we are all eating wrong. Everybody in the US is eating wrong. There's like maybe 1% of the population that actually eats healthy. Maybe 10%. I don't know what the numbers are. But it is ridiculous how poorly Americans eat. And we are all inflamed. We need an 80% alkaline diet and a 20% acidic. It's the exact opposite. American diets are 80% acidic and 20% alkaline. We need to reverse that. And if you eat more carrots, if you eat more vegetables, you will reverse that. You can use the seeds safely because they are medicinal and they could cause other things. You got to be careful. You can't just take a gulp of them and think all these things are going to happen. You can use them as a tea, infused. Crushed in seeds, 1 cup hot water, 10 minutes, used for digestion, menstrual flow, and detox. In a tincture, 10 to 30 drops under guidance of a herbalist. Potent, used for hormonal and liver support. So a tincture basically is seeds may be lightly toasted and ground, adds earthy warm flavor and supports digestion. Used topically for skin clarity as a light moisturizer. So you put the seeds in some oil and let it infuse. That's super. I do that with oregano. I just put some CBT oil in oregano and let it sit, and it becomes a really great skin oil. There are some cautions with the carrot seeds from the Queen's Anne's lace. You don't eat them or use them if you're pregnant. may interact with diuretics or hormonal meds. So if you're already on hormonal meds or diuretics, I wouldn't I wouldn't use the seeds. Talk to your doctor first. You should always talk to your doctor first with anything that you're reading about or researching or hearing about. Everybody has a very different chemical makeup in their bodies. That's why each person, when they're born, their milk from their mother is unique to each person's individual body. 100% sure that it is Queensland lace because it looks so much like the poison hemlock, which is deadly. So don't just go into the forest, pick it, and think it's the same thing as Queensland lace. It's an actual carrot. And the hemlock, I believe, is something very different. But they look the same. The flower looks the same. Avoid using high doses of the seed regularly without herbal guidance. They are medicinal, not casual. Now that you know everything you've ever needed to know about Queensland lace's carrots, this is, I think, the end of our discussion, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do care about everything I'm talking about. I do care about gardening. It's my passion. I want to teach other people how to be healthy. I've had my own health issues in my life. I have a family member that's dealing with stage 4 cancer, which is very emotional for me. So all of this is important to me, and I want to share it with you so that you can be healthy too, and that you can live a better life. There's no reason to be as sick as we are as Americans. We just do not need to follow and listen to the government that is really trying to make us sick so that we go to the hospital, so that they use our money there. I mean, I just got my teeth done. It cost $18,000. And luckily my insurance paid it, but guess who's paying the insurance? I mean, it is a big wraparound. We have to start discovering what God put on this earth to make us healthy. We've gotten so far away from it that it's become just a public nightmare. We are so sick, so unhealthy, and we can be stronger and healthier and vital and even into our 90s. My dad is 93 years old, or I guess he'll be 93 in September, which is next month. He's been a vegetarian since he was 21. And he is very vital. He runs up and down stairs. He's a very, very healthy person for 93. So it's extremely important to start following your intuition. Start listening to your gut. Start looking at the plants around you. You don't like it? Try it 6 times. You'll start to like it. Go beyond what you think is good. Look deeper into what you want to eat. What is in that McDonald's whatever? And I haven't even eaten McDonald's in over 35 years. I have no idea what they even look like anymore. You to live a long, healthy life without prescriptions and doctor's visits and not being able to get out of bed and being sedentary and staying at home. All of the things that I'm going to talk to you about are going to be about things that can make you healthy, things that can help you live longer and stronger, not debilitated and drug addicted to doctor's orders. Yes, you should speak to your physician about your health and your vitality and your body's makeup and what things. I'm intolerant to eggs, but I'm growing chickens because I love chickens and I can't wait to have fertilizer. But if I eat eggs, I get a very, very bad upset stomach, really bad. So I guess it's an intolerance, not allergic. I'm intolerant to quite a few things. So you have to start being aware of those things and make changes. Be more healthy. The more healthy you are, the less of these tolerances you'll have. Already I'm less intolerant to eggs, less intolerant to like peppers, and soy is another big one I can't really eat. So just let go and let it grow.